Welcome to vlog 17. Hey guys, so welcome to vlog 17, and as I promised, I just finished watching Project Runway, the first episode of season 10. Yay. And it was very exciting, and before I start getting into it, just a warning in case it wasn't obvious enough, this is a spoiler vlog. Spoiler vlog. Spoiler vlog. Spoiler vlog. Spoiler vlog. So if you haven't watched the first episode of season 10 of Project Runway, click out now. Click out now. Doop 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 doop. Have you clicked out? Good. I'm not giving you a chance. So if you're not interested in Project Runway, click out now. But please like the video anyway, because I like likes, and comment below, why you don't like Project Runway, because I'm just curious, like how many of you actually like Project Runway. Okay, but I'm going to get into it now because I'm very excited and I literally just finished watching it. Alright, before the actual episode started, there was a part of it called Behind the Scenes, and they talked about some of the people that actually applied and a little bit more of the background of the 16 designers that actually got into the show. And there was, I'm not going to name names because I don't think you guys would really give a shit, and I'm not going to memorize them, and there was just no point of writing them down. See, it's all scripted because I literally took some notes during the show because I wasn't going to memorize everything. There was no really sub-stories as of yet. The only sub-stories were there was a couple people that tried to come out to their parents with fashion, and they were not necessarily disowned, but there was one guy, Fabio, who I will get into later, who he told his mom that he wanted to get into fashion, and his mom said that she will pay for his schooling as long as he doesn't turn gay. And he kind of told her that he can't turn gay when he's already gay. And she literally dropped the phone, and the father got on the phone on the other side, and he asked him, the son, why she fainted, what he said to her, and stuff happened, and she still paid for the schooling, but stuff happened, and that's all the details that was given on the edition tape. I'm sure they will open up more during the season, but whatever. And that's about it. Other than that, there was no 8 story like Mondo from last season, which I still respect him. He was one of the judges. He's not the judges in the main show. It's, Heidi Klum and whatever their names are. Nina Garcia and the other guy, I don't remember his name. But it's he was just one of the ones to choose the contestants, and Nick was another one that was choosing the contestants, and some other woman which I didn't know who it was, but she was the host of the behind the scenes. Okay, but episode 1, and it was 10th year, and they decided to open up the show at Times Square in New York, which was very, very, very exciting. And their homework was to send in one thing they made at home, so this to show their design aesthetic. So anything they've made at home they can send, and then when they came to start the challenge, they had to make a second outfit to match the original thing. So obviously they had, instead of the initial 16 models they had 32, because there was 2 outfits for each designer, which was fun. I'll tell you a little bit about a few of the designers. Buffy is an Indian Australian. She claims that she is well known in Dubai, and her style is dressed up for the party, even if she's not going to be in one. That's always cool. Gunnar, this is the second time for him on Project Runway because he was in the top 20 last year, and they decided to have a top 20, and then they kicked 4 people off, and he was one of the 4 people. And he claims he was kicked off because he didn't know who he was, and he didn't know what he was doing, and stuff like that. Then there's Lady, who accidentally said that she's 38 when she's 48. And she recently bought her own studio in California for designing stuff. And Alina is Ukrainian who styles for edgy girls who are not scared to experiment with their style. So she's kind of dark, and I like her, and I'm kind of biased against, not against, I'm biased for the Ukrainian girl. And there's also a Belarusian guy, Dmitry. So I don't like him because his personality is just bitchy, but I want Elena so far to win. Not necessarily win, but I like her style, and she's kind of like that rocker girl, and I really, really like it. And there's plenty of others, but if you really care, you'll watch the show yourself. But the first challenge, like I said, was to design a second outfit with their design aesthetic. So no crazy stuff, just go to Mood, which is a store where they get all their fabrics, and they had a $100 budget, and they had to shop for the fabrics in half an hour, and that was their homework. And one thing I've noticed is Gunnar and Christopher are going to be at each other's heels through the whole episode, as long as they're still in the competition, because Gunnar was having a hissy fit that he couldn't figure out how to do his outfit, and they were, I don't know how to say it, just not snapping at each other, but they were at each other's throat a little bit, and they were both struggling, and they have the same personality. Nobody has the same personality, but they were there. And Gunnar is very good personality, very good designer, and I think Chris is a good designer too, but I'll get into that maybe in a different episode once I start learning and understanding their design aesthetics. Fabio is another designer in the show, and he was the first one to get a bad critique. He's a Fairbrarian. Basically, he eats out of dumpsters, so he doesn't go grocery shopping, which probably saves him a lot of money. He gets food from grocery stores that dump out food in their dumpsters, and he claims that half the food that they dump out is still good, so that's why he does it. And I have nothing against that. I mean, I'm sure that he's eating food that is still okay. I mean, I wouldn't do that because I'm not brave enough to do that, and I have no idea how to do that, but there's plenty of people to do that. If you do that, let me know in the comments, but I'm sure you're not brave enough to tell me that. He made a black dress type thing at home, which was disgusting to begin with, and I wish I could show you pictures of it, but I'm sure as hell Google is not going to have any pictures of any of these people yet, or their dresses. And then he made a gray skirt, which was supposed to, match with it or something, and they're both disgusting, so I really don't like Fabio as a designer so far. It had nothing to do with it, and I really don't like him, like I said. And like I said earlier, I'm biased with the Ukrainian and Belarusian, because I'm from Belarus, in case you guys didn't know. I'm Russian, so Belarusian doesn't exist, but I say Belarusian because he's from Belarus, and I'm from Belarus. So yeah, that's about it. So the winner was Christopher. His first gown was black and short, and I can't stand these stupid black dresses. Stop using black dresses. There's this designer named Melissa, and she is obsessed with the color black, which is a good color, but stop using black because everybody uses black. I want colors. Mondo used colors in his season, and I loved it. They just need to get away from black. and like a short little dress, and it was just driving me nuts. And then he made a really, really flowy gown, and it was just beautiful light gray strips, and it was just beautiful, and he won. I am so fucking happy that he won because he has fucking talent. And then Beatrice was the first woman to get off the show because she made stupid knit things with a cap and grave thing, and it was just horrible. First of all, nobody does knits anymore. I mean, knits are fine, but it's just stupid woman. I'm just glad she's gone because she kind of had no talent, and it's just all right. Okay, that was it for that. That was my spoiler. It wasn't exactly a review, but I'm just, very, 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 very excited. Um, so, tell me in the comments if you guys like Project Runway, if you watched it tonight, if you enjoyed my spoiler, if you think I did a pretty good review of it, what I could do better, stuff like that, if I'm talking too fast. And, I don't know, anything else in the comments you want to leave me. Again, AdSense vlog, fan page, all that kind of stuff. Goodbye!